Hi, welcome back to Raffles Podcast Corner. Today I'm with.
My name is Tadius Geralt Santo. I am a current student of Raffles.
Okay, I have 5 questions for you today. Are you ready?
No.
No? Okay. Why don't we just introduce yourself a little bit more about yourself?
Yeah, again, I am Tadius Geralt Santo. I am a current student of Raffles, current student of digital media design. And I am also a somewhat professional artist and have many paintings across the world.
Yeah, I saw your website. Can you tell us a bit about your journey into DMD? What first sparked your interest and what keeps you passionate about it today?
The thing is, when I started DMD, my idea was actually, hold on, let me say that a different way. When I started going to Raffles, I actually wanted to join visual communication design because of it's more of that handwork that I really enjoy. It has digital art, it has everything I would want. But then I realized I also wanted to improve my skills in coding, in making games. I want to learn not just the visuals, I also want to learn what's behind the visuals, the skeleton of the whole thing.
Less marketing, but more.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I joined DMD because of that specifically. I knew it wasn't really my comfort zone because obviously I'm an artist, not a coder. But it was a nice try. I think it was just something that I could learn and know about. It's already very good. So,
I see. So, since you're here longer than I am, what semester are you in again?
Huh?
What semester are you in again?
semester, no clue.
Term?
I only know I'm in the second year. It's been a long time. I've lost track on like the eighth term, I think. I'm on the ninth currently in that case.
Can you help describe to people the difference between DMD and VCD, especially in terms of how each field approaches creative problem solving and audience engagement?
The thing is, they're actually quite similar. Some lessons even overlap with each other, but the main difference is visual communication design is all about marketing. So if you've ever seen like branding on, I don't know, like TV, an advertisement, a giant billboard outside, like I think there's one out there. All of that is considered visual communication design because you're communicating an idea to the viewer or the customer or anything like that, right? But digital media design is more about the back end stuff. So like there is coding. I mean, both have animation, but digital media also learns how like the very basics as well. They also have UI design, making websites and other stuff like that. So it's not just about the visuals in digital media design. It's also about the back end, how everything works, how everything is put together.
So, in terms of DMD, how would you say is, other than the marketing aspect and everything else, do you think that VCD and DMD have a lot more in similar or different?
They are very similar because they both teach you about design. It's just the application of that design is different. One is you apply it and you learn the back end. So you not only can design, you can do other stuff other than designing. But visual communication is more about the actual design itself in that case.
I see. Okay. Here's a question I usually need the answer for. I know probably for other people too. Where do you usually get your ideas when your brain feels empty?
My brain never feels empty.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's always screaming ideas at me. For me, the main issue is controlling that because I have ideas for this, I have ideas for that, I have this, I have that, I have this. I just don't have the time to do those ideas. Some ideas are just too big, they're too unlikely, but I keep saving them in my mind. It's like I keep them in here so when I need a potential idea in the future, I can just take it out. But I know for some artists, because I'm also a little bit of a teacher online for art, when some artists don't have ideas, they do a lot of things such as going around on a walk. They look around in the environment, like outside here could be great inspiration. They watch TV shows, they watch movies, They listen to music. Listening to music gives me most of my ideas.
Okay.
But yeah,
So for basically for you to get your ideas, you see and listen things that gives you ideas technically.
yeah. But it's kind of like, I think I would say I don't have any 100% original ideas when I say that in that case, because everything comes from something.
An inspiration.
There is no such thing as a 1000% original idea. There is only ideas that are derived. What I do is I kind of cobble multiple ideas together into one thing when I make a music video, make a drawing, make something.
So for everyone who has a hard time trying to find inspiration, so you can technically do that, right? Just like find something that might spark your interests again.
Yes. Just kind of just like look around. Actually, you don't even need to look around. What you listen to, what you smell. I don't know about smell, but I know some people can do that. What you touch, anything like that could give you an idea. It could be simple, it could be complex, it could be good or bad. I suggest for everyone who wants to get started on this, you start collecting ideas in your brain as soon as possible.
Are there any other ways to do that other than whatever comes onto your mind?
Let me think. There are some ways. For example, there are situations where most of my ideas won't fit with that certain thing.
Yeah.
For example, a client asked me, can you make me this? Then like a shampoo commercial, for example. That is like very, very specific, right? Who would have an idea for that? If you want to get an idea for that type of stuff, you ask them first, what do you want? What is your brand? What is the thing you enjoy most? Or you can even ask yourself, what do I enjoy the most? You can take any inspiration for anything, basically. Just like, if you, for example, like shampoo, you can see how other people made it, what makes theirs good and what makes them bad. You don't, because you can get good ideas, but you also know, hold on, let me, getting good ideas is not as important as getting bad ideas sometimes. Because if you get a bad idea and you know why it's bad, you know what to avoid.
Oh, you can
narrow it
improve
down.
from that.
Yeah, you can narrow it down, right?
Oh, okay. Okay, so that gives me an idea. Okay. Have you ever worked on a project that totally didn't go as planned?
A lot. There are a lot. There is obviously a lot, a lot, a lot.
Can you give me an example and like what you learned from that?
I think one of my biggest fumbles, I'd say, is when I made an entire animation for a Raffles project.
For school?
Yeah, for school. 2D animation, frame by frame. I had advisors that from the Japanese animation industry. I talked to them often. They called me insane. They said like, "Why did I do that? That's not remotely like viable." And I realized that a little too late. And I was already dedicated to doing it, so I just had to push through. I estimated it will take exactly down to the wire 11 weeks to finish. Unfortunately for me, I don't know how unlucky this was, but first week I got sick.
Oh.
I got sick with a cough. Okay, that's fine. I kept working and working and working through my sickness. Then I realized my cough is not healing.
You're overworking yourself.
Yeah, overworking myself. I did not sleep. It made the cough worse and worse until I was sick for 2 entire weeks. So 2 entire weeks gone just because I wasn't careful. And then at the very, very, very end, when it was like the worst possible situation, I only had 2 weeks left. I had to continue working. My grandma passed away.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine. No, it's really fine. But like, because of that, fortunately, the lecturer was nice and gave me an extra week or 2 to work on it. But it was really not optimal. And from that, I realized I have to plan the worst case scenario, like the really, really, really worst case scenario.
Which was?
Which I don't know. It could be anything. That's why I have to give myself time for worst case scenarios. So
Okay,
I
okay.
usually give like 2 weeks extra now.
Yeah. Wow. That was actually very interesting.
Yeah, very, 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 very hard.
It was very hard. That was the biggest, like,
Fumble, yep.
fumble. But other than that, nothing as bad as this one.
Nope, a lot. There's still a lot.
Oh, can I just ask you, since you're DMD, but you were about to go to PhD, which
Yeah.
is something that I had a problem with, do you still think that sometimes you wish you could go back to changing your major or no?
I've never actually had that question, but I'd say no.
No?
Because the thing, it's not that I think DMD is better than VCD. It's I think for me specifically, DMD has taught me things that I would not have been comfortable to learn on my own.
Okay.
And it made me more open-minded on a lot of other stuff, which allowed me to expand my artworks to not just the physical realm, which is like physical watercolor artworks, but also digital animation, websites, even games I can now kind of make. Not really well.
That's cool though. That is cool. Wow. Okay. So it all depends on whatever people need technically and what
Yes.
people prefer.
Correct.
Correct. Okay. So I've seen your portfolio on the Raffles website, and your portfolio features a diverse range of artworks that have exhibited internationally, as you said before, and you've also done like competitions, as I remembered.
Yes.
Yeah?
A few competitions, a few international works. Yes.
Can you share your creative process behind one of your favorite pieces?
My favorite piece, Face for the Faceless.
Oh, I've seen that one. I've seen that one.
Just for the viewers that are listening on just for the viewers that are listening on their headphones, the Face for the Faceless is a depiction of an old craftsman making traditional Indonesian mask, and there's piles and piles of these masks on the floor.
Can you explain more from it and like what you learned from making that?
I learned a few things, but the most important thing is I learned composition.
Yeah.
Because I've realized I make a lot of art previously before that was just one figure, but this has a figure, their hands holding the mask and carving it, a few, like 10 masks I think on the floor. So
Yeah.
it was quite difficult because that was like the first time I actually had to focus on composition.
How long did it take for you to realize that? Like, to improve from that too?
Unfortunately, I realized quite late. So because of that, I had to restart a few things on the actual artwork. But mostly, I wasn't disappointed. Actually, I was excited because I learned something new, and when I applied it, it made it look a lot better.
Since it was a competition, how much time were you given to do your painting?
Oh, that one's actually not a competition. That's
That one's
different.
not a competition?
That one's different. That one's different. That one's just for submission to an art gallery. That's different.
Oh, is it there now?
It was sent there, but now I've been returned because it's already been the time period that exhibition was going on.
Oh, I see. Have you done other painting competitions before? I remember you did.
Yes.
You did, right?
Yes.
Such as?
There was one called JIWI, which is a Japanese fine arts institution. For that, I'm trying to remember what I made for it. I think it was the Balinese girl. Yes.
Oh,
The Balinese
yeah,
girl,
yeah.
I think you've seen that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a young, again, for the viewers, it's a young depiction of a young Balinese girl with flowers in her hair. It's quite simple. One of my more simpler works. But the focus on that artwork is just the detail of the face. It's not something everyone can do. It is very, very, very difficult to get that kind of like chubby look, when someone is a bit younger. It is very
Yeah.
hard. But that competition is one of the hardest things ever.
Seriously?
For me, it was so hard because even my art teacher who has experienced art for, I'd say like a long time, even for a decade, probably even, has not won that. They did won it, but they did also lose back in the day. It was
Oh.
it was that hard. I also did actually fail the first time I tried. I sent my artwork, and it didn't get accepted.
Okay.
The second time I sent it, it was just the Balinese girl. They finally accepted me.
That was good though. I saw the painting. It was really nice. I also saw this one from the website. It's the dream one. Can I ask about like your inspiration for this exact one in terms of the art style?
Okay, here's the thing. This is one of my older artworks. This is actually quite old.
When was this?
4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. It was quite very, very old.
Before Raffles.
Before, a long, long time before Raffles, that one.
Can you explain more about
So you can kind of tell that the technique isn't as refined, but that was just me basically just messing around.
Really?
It's literally just like, oh, you know what? Let's draw a whale flying in the sky. Let's add stars in the background. Oh, you know what? I kind of messed up the colors a little, and then I was like, oh, you know what? It's a Van Gogh painting now. We make the water lines. You know, it's fine.
Was it fun drawing in Van Gogh style? Because when I did it, I had quite a hard time doing it.
It's fun because most of the things I did were kind of accidental, completely accidental, because they were mostly mistakes.
Oh, I see. Oh, that was that for personal?
I at first it was for personal, and then I got contacted. Hey, do you want to send one of your artworks to France? So I made that one for France, and then I sent it over.
Is it still there?
They sent it back, fortunately.
Oh, okay. That's really good.
Oh
though.
wait, I just remember something. What was it?
Oh.
The Balinese girl, I think, was for Vietnam. Whoops, that's different.
Okay.
The Japanese one is I'm trying to remember. I don't remember the titles of my works too well. I only know them visually. I have a very bad memory when it comes to names.
Can you try explaining what type of painting you're trying to? What type of painting? Because you don't remember the name, right?
I don't remember the names. I only need to hold up. Can I see real quick if there is?
I can show you.
Okay, give me a second. There we go.
Which one? That one?
Okay.
Oh, that
Oops.
one.
Okay, back to this. The one for Japan was actually, I call it the Mother, which is a depiction. I'm actually not sure where it's from, but there's this really nice picture of a mother and her son, I assume, in very Tibetan clothes. And I really like the expression of the baby and the mom, so I decided to draw it. That one is basically just, I tried to copy the drawing as well as I could. That one was more like that.
Oh.
It was just for fun, but I learned a lot of lighting techniques. I learned a lot of facial expression techniques, and I think that was my second best watercolor work ever.
Wow. Yeah, I'm actually seeing it right now on the
it's right
Mac.
there.
It's actually really good.
Quite nice.
Which one would you say is your hardest to make? Not to submit, but to make.
To make, it's the potassium.
The banana?
The one with a lot of bananas. The one with stacks and stacks of bananas. Oh my god.
How long did it take you?
Would you believe me that it only took 2 weeks?
Seriously?
2 weeks. That one's even older, I think.
When was that?
That was COVID era. It was 5 to 6 years. Oh my god, 5 to 6. Oh, I'm old. No.
No, but was that made Wait, I forgot. Was it made personally or for?
No, that one's definitely for a competition.
For a competition?
It was a national gallery in Indonesia. That was the first big thing I did.
Oh, yeah, I know that one.
I wanted to make something good enough for that. And my technique in watercolor wasn't perfect that time. So I chose, you know what? Let's draw 2 people and a lot of bananas. And when I say a lot, I mean hundreds and hundreds of bananas, each with their own shading and stuff on the floor. Turns out I learned one thing from that. I do not like drawing that many things. I hate drawing the same thing over and over and over and over.
Right?
Yep.
So that's not probably okay.
The reason why, also another thing, I really hated making that drawing. I usually never really hate making something, but the first week of that, I got COVID,
No.
and I was on my bed. I was suffering. I had an infus in my arm, and the first thing my mom and me thought, I gotta finish the drawing. Give it. Oh,
my
I
God.
started working on it while I was sick on the bed with my right arm. It was
The only
really-
working arm.
the only working arm. The other one had to stay still, or else the blood would go back up.
Oh.
I have to.
Okay, that's not good.
And then the next week, when I was finally cured, I continued the drawing. It was suffering. I barely finished on time. Literally a few hours away from the deadline.
You submitted though, right?
I submitted it. It won, and it got into the National Gallery. It might sound like suffering, especially for that first week. I did actually hate the first week, but honestly, it was fun after that.
Yeah.
It's kind of an endurance challenge. It was the first endurance challenge I ever did. It was
you
very
won
fun.
at the end too,
Yeah.
which is good. Congratulations. Okay, you've answered all my questions. Is there anything you want to say to people before we end?
What should I say? There's a lot. If you're just getting started, I highly suggest you come up with as many ideas in your head. It's okay, no matter how stupid, no matter how big, unreasonable ideas they are, keep them. And when you need them, just apply it to your drawings, your anything. It doesn't even have to be drawings, animation, music, anything.
Anything.
And if you want to start learning, just do it. You just gotta push yourself to do it. It doesn't have to be good at first. You don't have to learn much at first. As long as you start taking one step at a time, one step forward, one in front of the other, you'll get to where you want eventually.
I see. You gave me a lot of insight today. Thank you so much for being here.
All right.
Thank you so much for watching or listening to this podcast. If you guys have any recommendations about the next one, please comment down below. Make sure to subscribe and like this video. And hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.
See ya.